agree that they would be crushed easily if they met real supervillains. Yeah, they probably would. You know, the group Love Muffin. I think like the Legion of Doom just walks in and goes, "Hey guys, we're shutting you down. Yeah, you guys suck. You guys get beat up by animals. So yeah, we're shutting you down. Don't move. Don't you press that button. Nope, you're done. I'm Luthor. You know, I'm Lex Goddamn Luthor. Don't press that. Press that button. Do something. I'm Lex. Do something. Do something." The guys that Love Muffin would be like, "I guess he's in charge now." Shit. Did you let him in? No, man. Anyway, third question. Oh yeah, I already answered the question on actor age, so yeah. But anyway, thank you for those questions, ActionFan19. Moving on now to Jesse Sutres, who asks, "I know you have stated in the past that you were entertained by Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel because you were able to contain your inner fanboy, Marvel fanboy when watching it. That being said, were there any problems that you had with the special pertaining to how they integrated the Marvel lore into the plot? And if so, okay. The first part of that question is asking if I had a problem with it. Not really, but I think what bugged me was that, you know, the stuff with Thor and Hulk didn't make sense because Thor can still use his hammer because it still would recognize him as worthy. And Hulk would just, if he lost his powers, he'd go back to Banner, right? And Spider-Man could still use his web shooters. They're not attached to him. They're not part of his body like in the movie, in this, you know, there's web shooters, guys. Anyway. And for a follow-up special, I think it would have been cool. Mission Marvel 2, maybe use the Infinity... Yeah, because Marvel and Disney love throwing it out there because it's in the movies. Do something with the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. Have, Doofenshmirtz search for the Infinity Gems or something, I don't know. Alright. Moving on now to Nolan Uno. I do apologize if I messed up that last name, Nolan, but Nolan asks, what would happen if Phineas and Ferb found Jet Jaguar? That would be awesome, because could you imagine the upgrades they would give Jet Jaguar? That would be amazing. I would absolutely love to see them, you know, completely upgrade Jet Jaguar with new and just more powerful tech. And also, maybe like he would open his chest up and he starts playing the Jet Jaguar theme. Jet Jaguar, punch, punch, punch! There you go. There you go. Second question. What would Perry the Platypus think of Zilla as an agent? I think like they would be like, could we not afford Godzilla? We had to get okay. Just, you know, don't have him breeding. Alright. Third question. If you were to meet Phineas and Ferb, what would you do with them, and what were you to say to Katniss? I think you mean Candace, not Katniss. That's another character with a bow and arrow. But I think with Candace, I'd be like, chill out, man. Chill out, bitch. And Phineas and Ferb, I think like I would just like to hang out with them. Like maybe, I don't know, have their own version of the gladiatorial match? I don't know. Anyway, so thank you for that question, Nolan. Moving on now to Andrew Varney, who asks, what would Isabella think of the following characters? Helga, Bataki from Hey Arnold, Mabel Pines, Katara, and Starfire from the original Teen Titans animated show. Alright. Alright, first off with Helga Bataki, those two would probably discuss, you know, their crushes on, you know, Arnold and Phineas respectively. I think they would be, you know, that would be their big binding story behind it. But I think Isabella would be like, have you ever tried being nicer to him? Nah, that ain't happening. That would be Helga's response. Mabel, those two would be BFFs. Katara, I think it would be fun to see, you know, Isabella hang out with Katara, this very motherly figure. And Starfire would be, you know, Starfire would be a lot of fun, especially if it's original animated series Starfire. Those two would get along very well. Like I could imagine them braiding hair or something. Alright. Alright, third question. Somehow the Dragon Balls end up in Danville. What would the following characters wish for? Phineas, Ferb, Isabella, Agent P, Baljeet, Buford, Major Monogram, Doofenshmirtz, and Candace. Okay, we all know Doof would wish for control over the tri-state area, and Candace would wish for being able to bust the boys. Major Monogram, he would wish for, I don't know, a more shaveable, maybe an indestructible mustache. Buford, I don't know, a hoagie. Baljeet, the ability to know every math problem. Agent P, maybe some downtime. Ferb and Phineas, who knows? Isabella would probably want Phineas to notice her finally. So there you go. Think of those questions, Andrew Varney. Also, you added in the Doofenshmirtz icon, I see. For an extra bonus, there you go. Alright. Next set of questions come from Danny DeSanta, who asks, my only Phineas and Ferb question. What do you think of the Phineas and Ferb? I already answered this. I liked it. I feel like, again, it felt like a Doctor Who episode. So, you had that going for it. Not to say there was anything against it. It just felt really like a Doctor Who episode. I was like, is the Doctor going to show up? I hope so. Alright. Extra question that has nothing to do with Phineas and Ferb. Have I played GTA 5? No, not really. So, yeah. I don't really do extra questions, but I was like, whatever on this case. Oh, Nolan, you did mean Candace. Okay, because you spelled Katniss in the original version, but I see you came back and rectified it. It's all good. Alright, thank you for those questions, Danny. Moving on now to Sora vs. Ka, who asks, what would Candace and Isabella think of the Powerpuff Girls and Word Girl? Those would be all. I think they would be like, finally, girl power! We lost that in the Marvel team-up! Alright, what would Doofenshmirtz the Norm think of Draken and Shigo? I think Draken and Doof would be arguing over who has the better machines, while Shigo and Norm are probably like, aren't they just amazing? Shut up, robot. And your third question is, what would Phineas, Ferb, Candace, Perry, Isabella, Buford, Baljeet, Vanessa, and Doof think of Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, Discord, The Master, Bill Cipher, Dr. Eggman, Pitch Black from Rise of the Guardians, and Dr. Two Brains? Describe how each of them would react, and if they meant, and how. Alright. I think with Cruella, they would think she's cruel. Maleficent is the Lord of all evil. Discord would have nothing. It would love nothing more than to turn all these great friends against one another. The Master would probably manipulate Phineas and Ferb into making a machine for him, and Bill would torment them through all their dreams. He would be like, ha 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 ha! It's funny because how dumb you are. Dr. Eggman, like I said before, Doof and Eggman would be arguing over who had the better robots. Pitch Black would be terrifying them. And Dr. Two Brains would be teaming up with Doof to make the Cheese Getinator! There you go. Think of those questions, Sora versus Ka. Moving on now to Carter, Carter Hurong. I do apologize if I butchered that last name, and he just has a statement saying, to be honest, I thought the show ended 2 years ago. You're not the only one, Carter! Seriously, I thought the show ended as well, but then I found, this is what got me into watching Phineas and Ferb, was when I was just flipping through channels, and, yeah, I was like, really? And it was the same, I think it was, 2013, I was like, really? They're still making episodes? Huh, who knew? And then that's when I also found out about the Mission Marvel thing, so, yeah. Anyway, moving on now to Driving 001, who asks, what kind of spin-off would you like to be shown with them in the school? A Doof 101 show or a Second Dimension show? I think Across the Second Dimension would be a lot of fun, because it just kind of, again, just like Doof 101, it felt like a pilot. It really did feel like it was a pilot for something else, because you had in that universe all the, Charlene and Vanessa were also apparently evil, so, they had, we had a whole family of Doofs living together and, doing evil. So, and I also am curious, what would be, what else is in this universe? I'm curious, how else is this universe going about? And, what other machines would Phineas and Ferb create? Really, that would be a lot of fun to see. Yeah, so I think that would have been cool. But like I said before, the show I would like to see is a, Doof 101 spin-off, because then you don't really need Phineas and Ferb for that. You already have the cast right there, and I know I said you couldn't do anything fantastic if they were teens. Not if you had a bunch of teens who weren't super smart and afraid of everything their teacher would put them through. So I think, yeah, with Doof 101, you could do like a more not twisted, but more, hilarious, more out there kind of version of Magic School Bus. And who wouldn't want that? Also, having Agent, Perry show up a few times, that would be a lot of fun. Anyway, so that's pretty much all the questions. Once again, if you had a question on here that I did not ask, I do apologize if I didn't answer someone's question. That means YouTube was being a dick. But on a whole, this was pretty good. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.